going forward.
So I'm sorry, would you say that again?
So we want to get it amended to the state constitution, get it on the ballot to be amended to the state constitution. That way it's not subject to the changing winds of politics going forward.
Well, NRS 442.250 to 2.70 enshrines in Nevada statute abortion for any reason up to 24 weeks
Okay.
and up to birth if the doctor deems it's necessary.
Right.
And it cannot be revoked by the legislature. It could only be revoked by the electorate,
Right.
by the citizens. So why are you telling people that the winds of change would change a statute that already says that women can have an abortion up to 24
Well,
weeks?
the changing winds of politics, I mean, up the people, they change either way. So right now, I mean, Arizona last week, 1863 law, nobody saw that coming, you know. So you can't foresee all the exceptions.
So do you have children?
No, I do not.
You don't. Do you have sisters?
Yes.
Would you want your sister to have an abortion for a baby up to birth?
My personal belief, I am not necessarily pro-abortion. Okay, so that is, to me, it's a much more invasive fundamental right of an American to have that choice, that personal choice to make that decision for themselves without the government interfering either way. That's my basis. I don't necessarily. I think that the issue itself has been way over politicized, and you know it should indeed be the woman's choice.
Yeah. So what about the baby's choice?
That's always up for debate. You know, I mean, obviously the
But
baby
how
can't
is
be.
how is it up for debate?
Well, it's all about your point of view and your beliefs, and everybody has the right to believe what they believe. There is the religious argument, okay, but again, religion is a personal choice. You make that choice for yourself. You cannot make that choice for somebody else.
But I'm not talking about making a choice. I'm talking about the fundamental biological reality that a life starts at conception.
And again, that is also up for debate.
Well, does a sperm meet an egg and might become a sunflower if it's not plucked from the womb of a woman?
Well, is it alive and aware? Is it aware? Does it have a?
But life does. What about? Do you have a grandmother or a grandfather who has dementia?
Yeah, I've taken care of my 85-year-old father for the
So
last 8 years.
they're not aware.
No, to a certain level, he is.
Should they be terminated?
Well, that's kind of an offshoot because that you're going off the topic.
Not really. We're talking about the fundamental dignity of the human being.
And I respect your beliefs. I believe everybody. You know, I think it's important to have these kind of conversations because you get everybody's points of view. You should never close your ears to what other people have to say. I'm open to everybody's beliefs. You know, I respect everybody's beliefs because this is America and we have the right to believe them. And if somebody tries to shut somebody down that has a different belief than me, I'm going to support them.
Then why would you collect signatures for something that would put that a woman has a right to choose, but the baby is left is a victim?
That's not how my belief, how I see it.
So your belief is subjective, is what you're saying?
No. My belief is my personal choice, just like yours is.
Well, my belief is not a personal choice. I was raised pro-life.
Right. Well,
I became pro-choice.
Right. Well, I understand that.
And
but again, it is a choice. You had the choice not to embrace that, right?
But what you're talking about here is to put a right into the Constitution that isn't even found in the United States Constitution.
Which is why Roe versus Wade was overturned, and appropriately so, because it was not in the Constitution.
And it's coming back to the states.
Right, because the 10th Amendment states that any powers not given to the federal government under the Constitution fall to the states and the people.
That's correct. But what about who's speaking for babies, unborn babies?
Again, that's up for debate. And that is your belief. I won't. I mean, I'm not here to engage in debate.
But you should be able to because you're collecting signatures to kill babies.
Right. But I've taken the time to have a conversation with you, and I tell you, I do respect your point of view. I will never close my ears to opposing points of view because that's stupid. Yes, absolutely.
What do you think about no-kill shelters?
What I think about no-kill shelters?
Yeah.
I certainly think that's an option. Absolutely. And adoption definitely should be an option. All things should be considered. But to do a blanket ban, as they did in Arizona without exception, No exception for rape, no exception for incest, no exception if a woman's life's in danger. I don't think anybody has the right to make that choice for everybody.
I think that's misinformation, though, because if a woman in all 50 states, if a woman is experiencing an emergency condition in her pregnancy and they present to the emergency room, it is a falsehood that they will be refused medical care.
Which is
if
why
they're-
they overturned this thing in Arizona.
No.
That was one of the reasons.
I'm telling you, irrespective of that, and separate and apart, and even in Nevada, all 50 states, if a woman is having a crisis, an emergency situation in her pregnancy, and she goes to the emergency room, she will not be refused care. And the lie that's being promulgated to get people to sign that is that they're not going to be able to get care in the hospital. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie.
Those words
And
don't come out. Those words don't come out of my mouth.
And I haven't, but you're here collecting signatures, and that's your reasoning. Tell me why an abortion should be. I used to believe that there should be exceptions for rape and incest.
Right, absolutely.
Until I met a man who was the product of a rape, and that he's been speaking on pro-life issues.
Well, there's always going to
hang
be
on,
exceptions.
But wait a minute. How is a baby that is conceived in a violent act beyond its own control? Why should that baby be killed because its father committed a crime?
Well, again, that comes to that person's choice.
But no, you just told me that you're articulating that there should be exceptions for rape and incest.
Right.
But you can't. What's your position for supporting that a baby should be killed if it was conceived in rape, and even in incest? And I know a couple of people. Who
I
were
did not say
conceived-
should. I did not. You're misconstruing my words. I did not say should. Okay. What I said was that should be a choice on the table that they should have the option to make, not that it should happen.
But who's protecting the baby?
Obviously, again, other things need to be in place. Abortion is adoption is definitely should be considered as an option. Absolutely.
You realize that you really have no moral compass. What I'm hearing you say is that you are completely devoid of any morality. That your morality is relative to what is convenient and a personal choice. But
Well, personal choice is not always convenient. Those choices are hard.
no, right is right and wrong is wrong. And exercising personal responsibility is different than personal choice.
I won't disagree with the personal responsibility. Obviously, late-term abortion, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in late-term abortion at all.
Then why are you
at
here
all.
collecting signatures for that?
Protect the right to choose. It's a basic
Because
American right.
but you are fundamentally in conflict morally. What I heard you say.
I don't
with-
see it that way. I don't see it that way.
That is going to enshrine abortion for any reason all the time up to the baby is descending through the birth canal. But you just told me that you don't believe in late birth abortion, but you're collecting signatures to put that on the ballot, which would leave the voiceless defenseless.
Again, that is certainly your point of view, and I respect that. Okay.
And how long have you been out here doing this?
Well, this isn't my first day, so I've been.
I know,
I've been
but
up
here.
for
Do they know you're out here doing this?
Well, it's been nice having this conversation with you. You have a great day.
Okay.